Ooh. Hey y'all, I'm trying to get on in. It just came down. It's been raining all day, and I want to try to get back in before it gets too bad. And yeah, but this is actually the rain today. The rainy day is a perfect segue for what I want to talk about to y'all with y'all today. Raining on someone else's parade. Raining on someone else's parade. And the things we do. Well, that's a nice old leaf right there. Let's see. Get that. Yeah, okay. All right, okay. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful leaf. Um, because I like to appreciate beauty out here. But when you rain on someone else's parade, what does that imply? To rain on a parade. When one rains on a parade, I would imagine the parade is the joy in someone else's life. And the good things that are happening for them. And so your rain, the rain is metaphorical for the dark energy or the bad energy that you project towards another person when maybe your sunlight and the light in you is not so bright. And when you're in those dark places, that's what I keep talking to y'all about. When you're in those dark places, you just want to see everyone else in the dark place with you because the misery and the suffering that you feel, you would like others to share in that misery because you just feel alone and you want to have somebody join in on that pain. All right, so that being said, this that brings me to a great point about what I wanted to talk to y'all about today. Um, because too many people have this crab in the barrel mentality, right? And that is a problem because on many occasions, you know, I've had things happen in my own personal life where I felt like I wasn't supported properly. It could have been a job, it could have been anything. But I've had a lot of situations where maybe I was a little more talented than the people I were around, and they just wanted to derail everything and just make me look bad simply for the fact that they themselves did not possess the competence that I may have possessed in that particular situation. So because it came down to how they felt, because I keep telling y'all this is about feelings. Like I don't do things without discussing the source of the actions themselves. Like I told you, anything could happen, right? Anything could happen in your life, and when you trace it back, yes, it was an event, but the event was precipitated by someone, and if that someone precipitated those series of things that affected you, then it was something that was happening to them. Let's take this. Let me give y'all a quick example. You get a brand new car. You're happy. See, that's your parade. See how it represents the parade? You're happy. You're driving about, and then someone comes around the corner at neck breaking speeds and rams right into your car and totals it. Right? Just got the car. Your joy is instantly snuffed. Now you'll get another car eventually, but the joy of that particular car and the excitement you held for that car is now gone. Now, when we look at the person who offended you, right? The accident itself was just a technical thing. That may not have um, been that person's fault by the way of them being human and losing control or whatever, or coming around that curb, but they hit your car, and that is the result, right? But you have to think about how they were feeling in that moment, and then they could have been in a good mood, but let's say just for the purpose of what I'm saying, they were in a bad mood and they were angry. They just got in a fight with their girlfriend. They grabbed the keys off the coffee table and hauled ass out the door, jumped in the car, and took off at neck breaking speeds. And that resulted in them running into you and wrecking your car, right? Now, thankfully, both of you guys in this scenario are okay and y'all can live another day and you can get another car and that person can get another girlfriend. But that's not the point. The point is feelings affect people. And on so many levels, like I really believe, I'm one of those people, I really believe that everything that happens is predicated, or maybe that's not the word to use, but everything that happens is a result of, it started somewhere, and and most of the time that place it starts, it starts with another person. It could be a gunfight, it could be melee, it could be anything. It all starts with someone or series of people collectively feeling a certain way, and that is how you get that in motion. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. The crabs in the barrel, people that keep you from achieving things in your dreams and not supporting you and not giving you the right push when you need it. Now you don't really you may necessarily not need a push. It may just be a matter of, it just may be one of those situations where you're doing what you're doing and you just need somebody to give you a nod and just to say, hey man, that's great you're doing. Keep up the good work. And that is just enough to, that little acknowledgment's enough to really keep your motivations, because you should already be motivated at this point. If you're on this level where you're trying to achieve certain things, you should already have motivation. Motivation is one of those things. Golly, now here comes the bugs. The rain had stopped the bugs for a while, but here they come back. Now, people. Why do people do things to harm other people? Because if there's a light to be seen in you, then most people, healthy people would see that light, and they would want to be drawn. They would be drawn to that light in such a way that they would want it to motivate them. So, when people don't want to acknowledge certain things, and they don't want to admit that they have things that they need to work on within themselves, because that is really honestly what this is about. That really is. It's about that. And I really honestly, I'm trying to help, but I'm not really helping because I care, if that makes any sense. And it's kind of sad to put it in such a way, but I really don't care about you people. I just want to be able to do things. I talked to y'all about hoop dreams the other day, and because I'm getting off the subject. I mean, like, it's about to come down. I really should be putting more time into speaking what I'm speaking, but I'm human, and some days I may ramble on. Just like when you're having conversations with your friends, do you always get right to the point? So don't necessarily expect me to get right to the point. I mean, you know what? You're right. I should get right to the point, because that's why you're checking in. But sometimes I just get off. I get caught up. And then y'all saw the bugs and shit. Every time, these bugs out here. But I love it out here. But what I'm saying is that trying to get ahead in your life, everybody should be motivated to be something in their life, and you don't have to. And I break this down into two things. And I try to figure out how I describe these two types of people, because you're either one thing or the other. In both cases, you can be motivated. You can be a motivated person. But one, you may have more of a skill determination in your life, where you're one of those people, you want to apply your life. You go to some kind of technical school, you go to some kind of business school, and you get that business job or that technical job that you want, and you apply the skills that you learned in all of these classes and with all of these trades that you've acquired. You apply that skill to a job, and you work your whole life, and you work and you retire and you put in the work for the company. And that's okay, because that's most Americans. Most Americans are working and doing that. But then you have those other people who have hoop dream kind of uh, uh, spirits, where they can technically go to school, and some of them have, and then a lot of those people, and I, have went into regular technical careers and then decided this wasn't for them. They've done it enough, and one day they looked out the window and said, you know what, this job is okay, it's paying me good money, blah blah blah, but it's not something I want to do with my life. My hoop dream, that dream I had inside that's been burning in me since I was a young child, that dream is something that I want to go pursue. That could be a painter, that could be an artist, I'm sorry, that could be, it could just be anything that you want to do. You could want to be a singer, you could want to be an actor, whatever that is, but that thing that you want to do, that passion that burns in you deeply, that is what you need to go after if you're such a person. Because we need both people in this world. We need the creative side, and we need the side the side that is willing to put their hands on something and build or do something. We need that side too. I'm sure there's a word, but right now I'm not in the mood to be trying to fish words. I'm just talking to y'all. But in either case, whatever you want to do not let anyone derail you from something that you want in your own life. You may have family members who may not be too enthused about something you're doing. They may not pay attention to it. And we see in many cases, a lot of these famous people have went on, had this same type of situation going on in their life, went on to do bigger things, to have family members say, well, I was always behind you, or have their hand stuck out, or think that you owe them something. This is the story of most entertainers. Ask them in private. Ask them about all the people who were never there for them at some point in their life when they weren't in the place that they are now. Ask. I'm sure they could tell you that, because that's all I've ever seen from them when they've talked on interviews and certain things like that. So I can feel that. But on a regular level, just being a regular person, you will have people derail you in a technical way. You could be on a job, just working a regular job. You could be working at a steam plant. You could be working anywhere. There'll be somebody there at that steam plant who will be a low-level personality type, who will see something in you if you do that steam plant thing well, whatever that is. You could be a fucking janitor. You could push the broom faster and better than somebody else, and you're not necessarily looking to do these things. You're just trying to get a job done. But because you do the job well and the task well, whatever that task may be, these people are not put together like you, and they see where they have deficiencies, right? And so that hurts them to a point where they may try to derail you. Now, it could be that supervisor who gives you all the faulty brooms that snap in half mysteriously, or the bristles fall out and they don't hold together well, and you got to keep doing the floor over again because because that broom is not the best quality. Meanwhile, there's a closet full of brand new industrial brooms that you can't get your hand on. See, I'm giving y'all examples. It could be anything, because it's not really about the job. I told y'all on the trail, it wasn't really about the technical thing. It was about the behavior behind it. And I gave y'all an accident scenario, and I'm trying to get y'all to catch up to me because I'm kind of like all over the place. But these are the things that I speak on, where people, I did another video not too long ago about incompetency in leadership, about the slowest kids and the dumbest kids in the clubhouse back when you were a little kid. That one kid who couldn't outrun anybody. You know how y'all had that little game. Hey, first one, last one to the clubhouse of rotten egg. You remember that? Those little games you played as a kid, and there was always one kid in the group. That kid may have been the shortest, may have been the skinniest, the fattest, whoever. But that one kid in the group always was behind and everybody else and couldn't catch up. Maybe that kid had asthma, whatever. That kid was the slowest getting back to the clubhouse every time. That kid was the was the slowest in figuring out the joke that everybody else got and laughed about, but it took them a minute to process that. They were the dumbest in that regard. It's always a situation where those people who do not have alpha traits or leadership skill traits who want to be the leader. And because they're emotional and they don't think logical, they make decisions based on their emotions. Y'all need supplies down at the company. Because this person wants to micromanage you, they don't order supplies. They don't do anything for you. But yet they get to claim the title of being over you. And that's what I'm talking about. See, when you have a great intellectual intelligence level, you understand what the job is about. You get that the mission statement is really something they're trying to do because they run a business. You get that on some level. See, a lot of y'all are those clubhouse people where y'all got jobs because somebody gave y'all a job or y'all had some friends or some shit. It was all clubhouse shit. So y'all get these jobs completely fucking incompetent on the job and just bumble your way through shit. We've seen that. That is like the fucking model, right? You hear these people make these jokes. How many MBAs does it take to change a light bulb? Y'all have heard that. Now, because I said that statement, y'all are familiar with that statement. What does that mean? That means that's a joke. Okay? And everybody's heard that joke. But the point I'm making is that that's the point I'm saying, where you have to be a good leader. You have to have emotional intelligence, which is your spirit and how your soul is, your character. And you have to have intellectual intelligence because this is your ability to process everything, right? This is your mind, and you have to be a great mind to be a leader. I did a video on this. Did y'all see that video? I did a video on this. But like I'm trying to explain to you, we have had presidents in history who were just fucking bumbling ass presidents. They were the leaders of the free world. They had reign over shit, and they just were not fit for the job. But they were those kids in the clubhouse, you know, who couldn't get back in town, who were the rotten eggs, so to speak. And they wanted to be the leader. It wasn't a slumdog millionaire type of thing, because see, in that situation, it was an underdog who saw all of the hardships, and that built his character and made him stronger, and then he was able to go on to be great. See, that's what I'm saying. The great ones still may have had hardships, right? But you people are the people that hold other people back because their shine is so great, it outshines you. And instead of you encouraging them and helping them do greater things, which may be your blessing in the long run, you're narrow-minded and you're short-sighted, and you think for your emotions right in the moment, and you make decisions based on that. But you want the respect. You want all the respect in the world, even though you show competence on a daily basis. I'm sorry. See, y'all gotta forgive me. Incompetence. You show incompetence on a daily basis, right? Just put those other two letters in there, and you change it. But you are the reason why people cannot get ahead. So I'll get to this real quick because I did a lot of this bumbling today, but I don't care. Because this is for me. Remember, like I told y'all getting something out of it and everything. Y'all sharing in this moment with me and everything. But this is my moment. You get it? You feel me? So, but I'll get to this real quick though, because I'm on a roll here, and I'm gonna stay on it. Don't let people keep you from getting ahead in any way. And if you have a dream, sometimes you have to keep that dream under your coat, so to speak, because people will steal from you. People who are not creative. If you're one of those creative souls, you have to go for what you want, but you can't continuously shout out your dreams. You just have to make them happen and then build from that point. Because when you tell certain people, maybe they may try to snuff you out before you get ahead. Maybe they see your light. Maybe they're consumed by darkness and they have to snuff your light before it gets too bright for them to do anything with. Because some people are in a place and they don't want to see you in any other place other than where they want to see you in their mind. And you doing anything greater than what they want for you is them feeling inadequate and feeling like they haven't done something to achieve what you've achieved, especially since they've built you down. They've knocked you down to be a certain person and put you in a box of how they want you to be and how they would like to believe you live. That's why when y'all have stuff, you don't tell stupid motherfuckers what you have. Get to know people first before you let them in your life, because your life may be okay. You may have a great life. And you don't want anybody in your great life, in your great space, because some people are not ready to occupy that space. Are y'all listening to me? Some of y'all are not ready to occupy that space. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that, just like I said, like crabs in a barrel. These people, and I think I told y'all a story in another video about it was an opportunity that I had. I was trying to do some stuff and get involved with a major company, and literally I had pitched to these people, and then a year went by. They never got back, but then a year went by and they got back. And it could have been something great for me, but because I had low-level people around me who could not see something bigger beyond the scope of their narrow mind. Because remember, I told y'all that guy, he made a statement to me like, if we went on to do this, we would give him that. And it was something small that he was pointing to, but he was talking about a car or something. And I had made the point that if you weren't my friend, I would not have let your bum ass stay and sleep on my couch. I would not have done that. I would just fucking say, through your sleeping bag and say, hey man, they got some woods down the road or something. I would have done that. And I trusted your ass to be in my house when I wasn't there. See, that's what I mean. I give people chances, and I'm proving right about when I don't have the most hope for another being. I'm proving right a lot, because I know that I struggle myself to be better every day, and y'all have not even put in the work I'm putting in every day. I'm thinking about this shit every day. Y'all don't even think about it. And I said this, y'all go about y'all day doing bullshit every day, hurting motherfuckers, lie, cheating, and stealing on motherfuckers, and not think that somewhere in your reality, you're not going to get the bite of all of the things you've done, because you have to learn. You're a soul. You're connected to all souls. But you're dumb. That's why you don't know that. And you live for trivial things, and you marginalize people and just do all the bullshit you do. See, y'all may say I'm judging y'all, but what the fuck do you want me to do? You are an asshole. You do lie, cheat, and steal. You do all of those things. You do create a less harmonious place for other people in the world. You do. So how do you want me to look at you? What do you want me to not say to you about what you need to stop doing to ruin my freaking day? I'm trying to get ahead in my life. So I make it a point to really try to feel other people and make sure that they're on the same page I am. If I'm taking them down the road as far as some business or some endeavor that we're about to encounter, like I make sure I really look at people these days. I'll do it alone. If that's what it takes, because you know what? And I think there was somebody had made a quote, but I'm probably not gonna quote it, but it was something about, being alone is better than being in bad company or something. Or something to that effect. I think it could have been Abe Lincoln. It could have been somebody. I don't know who made that statement. But I just want y'all to realize that I am trying to get ahead. And I'm gonna tuck my talents under my coat until it's time to show them to the right people. You low-level people, you don't need to see them. That's why I told y'all, I don't need y'all's validation. I know what I've accomplished. I know what I'm trying to accomplish. I don't need you to tell me that you think it's okay for me to do this or that. I don't need you to tell me that you think I have talent or not, or whatever I may possess that I know I have. See, that's what I'm trying to, that's what that's the theme of this video. The theme of this video is grabbing on to the things that are great about you and pushing those things to their furthest extent. And there's greatness in some of y'all out there. There's probably a lot of greatness in some of y'all, right? That y'all have not tapped into. Please today, tap into that. If not anything. And along the way, and while you're doing that, tapping into the better parts and the things, the talents you have, make sure you try to avoid stepping on other motherfuckers' toes while you're doing it. Because that's still being an asshole. And that's what I talk about. It's all connected. The people who try to keep you down, they need to get a life. Y'all really need to get a life. Now the thing is, some of y'all are not bad. Some of y'all have done a few things for yourselves. That's why I told y'all it doesn't matter what your income is or what you have or some shit. That's stupid shit. But y'all are still inside losers. You can win on an income scale, but that's not really winning, because when you die, you don't disappear forever. You move into another realm of something. That money is not coming with you. Nothing that you have, a pair of fucking sneakers, is not coming with you when you go into another realm. Some Oxfords or some shit. Like what? So, I think it may start coming, the rain may start coming back down. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go ahead and get in for the day. But if you want to achieve something, you have to believe something. Believe in yourself. Take care.